How often do you, in one day, take a peek at your notifications? How long do you stay on and on scrolling through TikTok or looking at people's Snap stories and posting things out there? And have you considered how it impacts you and others? Hello, my name is Yuri Geri, and I'm here with my colleagues Elias Peck, Justin Diaz, and Isabella Mayorga. In recent years, social media has been a big shot in determining the social standard of beauty among people, especially the younger generation. Ever since the introduction of social media into our lives, the number of users is ever increasing, as represented in the image on the left, with around 72% of the American population using at least one social media, and around 90% of teens using social media daily, as shown in the picture on the right. All of them being exposed to the appearance standards applied by the media. Our research question is, to what extent has social media usage in the United States impacted the social norms of beauty among different high school genders? Our conclusion to the research question is that social media causes unrealistic beauty expectations, and confirmation or exposure to the media promoted beauty standards causes low self esteem and several other health issues.
Social media encourages selective posting, in which a user would only publish a post that they want to be seen by others. As stated by Susan Herring in her piece on social media self-representation, female participants from the US reported that they are often posting pictures they considered cute, while male participants were more likely to share pictures and comments that they described as self-promoting. And what's being shown here is that different genders each have different ways that they want to be portrayed, with female users wanting to be seen as cute, while similarly male users highlighting the best parts of themselves or parts that they deem to promote themselves. And with teenagers posting only what parts they want to be seen by others, this can create unrealistic standards for beauty, as the only parts being seen by teenagers are the ones that are deemed to be perfect. Shannon Murphy Gallagher states that, from a survey with teenagers, some common themes brought up by teenagers were the pressure to conform to the Western views of physical appearance, and, end quote, with social media sharing idealized versions of people, this puts a lot of pressure on teens to be their idealized selves or someone else's. And all this pressure to be a certain idealized version of themselves can make teenagers feel less accepted, as if they don't want to be their true selves.
Physical and mental development of adolescents. During the growth of physical and mental development of young boys and girls, social media plays a huge role in it and could cause unrealistic expectations. In the article, The Effect of Social Media on the Physical, Social, Emotional, and Cognitive Development of Adolescents, Aaron Bryant states, adolescence is such a crucial and vulnerable stage in development where teens begin to form their identity and create meaningful relationships. But social media can have a profound effect on the areas of their development. When teens start to form their appearance or identity, they will look up to those on social media. These teens will notice all of the unrealistic expectations, which can affect their development through adolescence.
My first piece of evidence shows that many men from the United States believe that they need to be muscular to be socially accepted, and this idea primarily came to rise with social media. My second piece of evidence basically just supports the fact that boys often think about their appearance because they want to be perceived as attractive, and they believe that if society thinks they're attractive, they will be accepted. This thought process primarily began with the rise of social media. Um, my third piece of evidence shows that over time, social media has grown vastly, and that the vast majority of adolescents use social media. This is the reason many adolescents often compare themselves to others and why they feel that they need to be attractive. They believe that if society thinks they're attractive, they'll be socially accepted. And my fourth piece of evidence shows that social media is basically just causing people to feel bad about how they look and their appearance, and they eventually delete pictures of themselves because they believe people will view it and they'll think like negative things of it. Um, they also think that because they only see other pictures of people like looking good, that they need to look good themselves, and that might cause them to feel bad. And social media makes them feel as if they need to be thin and pretty to be socially accepted.
Another way social media has changed beauty norms is by pressuring teens to conform to a preferred image. Herring states in her piece that the vast majority of girls posted profile photographs that presented them in a seductive manner and suggestive dress, end quote. As proven by the statement, the posts that get more attention are those that are provocative or suggestive, and this sets certain standards to post these kinds of things. However, when females don't post these pictures, they won't get the same attention as those types of posts. And the same precedent can be set for males as well, as a lot of males are expected to measure up to the body types that are represented on social media, even though some of these body types might not correlate with their given body type.
High expectations. When young teens realize that how they look isn't good enough for any social media, this may cause them to feel insecure or pressured. These teens are expected to live up to high expectations. When young girls or boys post a picture on social media and realize that it isn't getting enough attention from other people, it may cause them to delete it. Sometimes they may feel as if they aren't good enough compared to everyone else. It makes them feel as if they need to be perfect just so that they can get the attention that they want. This issue can cause low self-esteem and even depression.
Adolescents are experiencing low self-esteem and several other health issues due to social media use. As stated in a scholarly article by Bryant, adolescents are at a vulnerable time due to many different changes, which will easily allow the perceptions of the body to impact confidence and self-esteem. Exposure to social media's promoted body type has serious effects on the teen's confidence and self-esteem. Not only are adolescents vulnerable to body image presented on social media, some teens acknowledge this as well, as mentioned on the article by Marsh, where young girls, including the two that you see here, present their perspectives on social media and how they describe how they and their friends are losing confidence in themselves as a result of comparing their bodies to those seen online. In other words, not only are adolescents in a vulnerable time where beauty standards are promoted by social media causes teens low self-esteem, some teenagers acknowledge this effects on social media on them as well. Additionally to the negative effects on self-esteem on teens, the use of social media has been linked to psychological harm. Low self-esteem caused by body dissatisfaction can lead to eating disorders, of which around 3 in 100 teenagers struggle with, such as anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, binge eating disorder, and another, as said in Brian's scholarly article, and supported by this graph from the National Institute of Mental Health, which depicts that around 3% of people in their late teens will experiencing an eating disorder. All of this shows how low self-esteem caused by the media is resulting in health complications in the teenage population.
In conclusion, in recent years, social media has become a decisive factor determining current standards of beauty, pressuring teens to change themselves to achieve a sense of being socially accepted and setting unrealistic standards for how to look. Social media is enforcing certain standards of beauty into our young people, which is causing low self-esteem and negatively impacting teenagers' health.